Okay, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back. Happy Sunday. I hope everyone has been enjoying their weekend, but this is something that I think we have to talk about because there's a valuable, very valuable lesson here. You know, one thing you learn when you become engrossed with the finance community is that there is so much drama. Like, seriously, who knew there was so much drama involved with YouTubers in the finance space? So we all know about the FTX collapse by now, right? And the most interesting thing to follow in the wake of that collapse has been the calling out of mega channels like Andrei Jikh, Meet Kevin, Tom Nash, and Graham Stephan. These are massive channels that have millions of followers attached to their videos that are seeking financial advice. And first, let me say that I commend anyone seeking knowledge, especially about their finances, because that means that they're hopefully you're trying to be a better person, right? You're trying to be a better you. But I always say you have to be careful, okay, who you listen to and who you follow. You know, on YouTube, it's like the more money you have, the more legit you are. And I get it. You know, nobody wants to take advice from somebody who doesn't have any money, somebody who's poor, a bum, or somebody who's struggling financially. That's just common sense, right? But at the same token, I think it's important to consider the source. And I personally have nothing against any of these guys, but I do think that there needs to be accountability on all sides, not just on them, but on all sides. And by all sides, I mean the people that blindly and lazily follow them without doing their own research. Because at the end of the day, you can get on YouTube and complain all you want about how somebody else cost you money, and
that ain't gonna do a damn thing to your bank account.
You gotta use some fucking common sense out here and be logical with your actions, especially when it involves your money. Now, Spencer Cornelia is someone that I've watched for a couple years now. I haven't really seen much of his content lately just because I've been so busy doing my own research that I haven't really had the time to watch. But he's known for calling out scammers. In fact, I even mentioned him in one of my previous videos when I did a video on Hyperverse. So I'm very familiar with his work and I'm very familiar with his videos, and I was a fan of his because he was very entertaining and exposing terrible people at the same time. But yesterday, he put out a video in defense of his friends, Tom Nash, Andrei Jikh, and Graham Stephan, that basically said, hey guys, these are my friends, and if you're gonna blame them for promoting FTX, then why not blame all the other entities and celebrities who promoted it as well? And his reasoning is that FTX was such a huge business that everyone was backing them, including BlackRock, which is a financial institution, including the entire Miami Heat organization. And honestly, it just really left a bad taste in everyone's mouth. I don't think it was the best move for Spencer, considering that these guys all released apology videos that have been viewed as half-assed by a lot of the finance community. Out of 3 or 4 of them, maybe it's 5 of them, Graham Stephan, his apology was probably the only one that was taken as the most sincere. But when it comes to Jeremy from Financial Education, there is a backlog of videos of him promoting, then denouncing FTX and lying, saying that he cut ties, but it was really the other way around.
I made the hard decision to cut ties with FTX, and I just want to be fully transparent with you guys on my side of things and kind of what I've seen and why I've made this decision, okay?
And Andrei Jikh basically came on and said he didn't directly promote it on his channel, but that he was sorry for his involvement through Millennial Money, which you can imagine didn't go over well at all, because it's like, bro, you were still part of that income revenue for Millennial Money. And then you had Tom Nash basically came out and apologized, but people were quick to note that it was only after Graham Stephan's video came out and was positively received, because at first he came on and said, without saying, that hey, I shouldn't really have to apologize because they cut my sponsorship because nobody signed up under me. So here comes a new challenger, right, in Coffeezilla. And a lot of you are familiar with Coffeezilla's content because in a similar way to Spencer, they do the same thing. He's been known to expose scammers, fake financial gurus. He has a segment called Fake Guru Fridays and all sorts of other dirty, underhanded, fraudulent people. That's what he does. And what's happened is Coffeezilla came out and said, look, you listen to all these idiots who don't know what the fuck they're talking about. And they've led you astray by taking money and promoting trash. And he didn't hold back, guys. He put every single one of these guys on the big screen, front and center, and Spencer, being friends with all of these guys, obviously did not take too kindly to it. And so Spencer and Coffeezilla are friends. So you can see where the clash is coming to a head. But what Coffeezilla is showing is that it doesn't matter who the hell you are. He's going to hold you accountable, as he should. And that's very commendable, right? He even pointed out how Graham said that he trusted Sam just because he drove a Toyota Corolla. I mean, this is beyond embarrassing for some of these guys, all right? Some of these big YouTubers. And guys, look, if I was put on the spot and asked if I thought that these guys with these massive audiences meant ill will to all of their followers, my answer would be no. That would be idiotic and pretty much YouTube suicide for them. But at the end of the day, your intent matters very little after the damage has been done, right? And to be frank, regardless of FTX being a massive global brand that was being promoted by star athletes, these guys are being held to a higher standard because they were believed to be financially competent. And that is no doubt something that is now in question. The truth is that there were careless mistakes made by the biggest financial YouTubers in the game, and they have potentially cost their followers hundreds of thousands to millions of dollars. And the reason it matters very little that they have also lost money in the fall is because most of their viewing audience aren't multi-millionaires making money hand over fist every month from YouTube. These guys are. These guys have actual courses that thousands of people are paying for monthly, earning these guys millions of dollars every single year. So them losing money in FTX does not equate to the money that they have now lost thousands and millions of their followers. At the end of the day, this will likely turn out to be a bad look for Spencer Cornelia. Coffeezilla didn't run from the smoke either. He responded to this video, and Spencer did pin his comment to the top of the comment section. And I'm going to read it because what he says is exactly how a lot of people who bought into FTX are feeling right now. So again, this is from Coffeezilla. He said, "Happy to debate this publicly, but I think your judgment is clouded by your friendship with these people. A few arguments I gave you on the phone that I didn't hear." He's basically saying, and Spencer alleged to this too, that they did talk in a personal conversation over the phone. So he says, 1, you cannot compare financial influencers to Tom Brady being sponsored by FTX. Financial influencers are claiming expertise. Tom Brady is not. Number 2, you imply that I'm blaming influence for the collapse. I'm not. I am saying they lose credibility and are rightfully ridiculed for bringing millions of dollars of their fans' money into this disaster. It's the same reason Jim Cramer is ridiculed for not seeing the Bear Stearns collapse in 2008. No one is saying he caused the collapse, but his lack of judgment cost people money. Listen, you can't argue with this, guys. Number 3, Coffeezilla says, several of these financial influencers claim to do due diligence on the company and fail to see the very basic problems of a company that was very close to Alameda Research, a trading arm. This was well known at the time and not secret information. All in all, it's pretty simple. When you promote something and it turns out to be a fraud, you're going to take a reputational hit for it. It's just the price of a sponsorship. Influencers can have their cake and eat it too. I agree. They can't get paid millions to stand behind products, but when those products fail suddenly, face zero accountability. So again, listen, you may not, I don't know how you all feel about Coffeezilla. I have been a fan of his for years as well, and you have to just commend how he's willing to stand 10 toes down on what he believes and what his channel is about. And so I just hope that everyone who is following these guys, who is following them, has learned a valuable financial lesson. But listen, those are my thoughts. As always, you're free to leave yours in the comments. I do hope that those of you who are watching this think twice about who you follow into the unknown. Always protect yourself and your assets by doing the necessary research yourself. Take care of yourselves. And those of you blaming these guys, you're not free from burden. You need to take some accountability as well, and let this serve as a lesson to be better stewards over your decisions and especially your money. Anyway, I'll see you all in the next one. Later.